All right, all right, all right. Ecto, believe it or not, that is an Ecto. I'm super stoked. I know that some of you folks will not like this kind of style, but I do like this body. This body is super cheap. This is often, oh, I can't remember, but the Lexan's really good. It's really stiff, thick Lexan. They cost 22 quid, I think. FTX Ravine, is it a Ravine or something? 22 quid a body from Make It Build It. Sorry, Nick, I don't think you guys have got them in stock. So yeah, that's what I've gone with. Classic mil spec paint on the outside, which is super tough, rowdy paint for a rowdy rig. What else is going on? Yeah, I think you guys have seen most of the upgrades. I have now, the winch is working. I've got my new winch, new land anchor, very nice. I forget the name of the guy, Artful Dodger off eBay. Nice bits of steel he cuts, pretty sweet. And I did do an upgrade to the front shock towers. I went with very cheap from Model Sport, very cheap but nice FTX, not FTX, Fast Tracks alloy front shock hoops, and they have worked brilliantly. In fact, they are lower than the stock, which has suited this body, and it has given the a bit more travel to the front end, which is great. And of course this one comes with an all metal panhard mount, which has worked really well as well with everything else going on. I think I've shown you guys, this is a little rear custom body mount setup, or alloy, nice and solid off the original post mounts. It's running a Holmes Hobby Puller Pro, Crawlmaster Pro, and a little 1080p and a raw 500 servo. The 1080p seems to be handling the servo at 7.2 volts just fine, guys. Really genuinely does. I have got an extra mainline power connector JST plug there by my finger. I'm wiggling my finger. Bit of YouTube gold for you. Which is running the winch, but I can put a Y adapter on that and run the winch and the raw 500 or a BEC if I want to, but there is absolutely no need. It is working perfectly fine. The wheels are on, Punk Customs 1.9s, Hyraxes, Punk Customs on the wide. Are they wide on the inside? Yeah, I think they are. I think they are the wide hexes, giving it a bit more of a bit more track width. Body is just like the original body, super light, but it's pinned. I have got a Proline cliffhanger body on the way, but they've been delayed. So these little bodies are good because they're pinned in at the front and the rear. It's a clear coat, mil spec clear coat over everything as well. So it just stays out the way of everything, which I like. I don't like that Lexan sound of rubbing on rubber. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I think it's a real little beast. It's certainly, I've not seen another one on YouTube looking like that, which I like. This is a bit of a mad monster garage here, as you can tell. I was running that on 2S yesterday. It's absolutely mint perfect. That is up and running with some new Sticky Icky 2.2 comp tyres. That's been sold to Alex, lucky man, and that one is going to be changed into something else in the near future. So yeah, none of them look stock. So why should this? I love the trailing arm suspension. I've got semi-droop suspension on here. I know I've mentioned it, but there is coils inside underneath the shocks piston on these shocks. These are not original shocks. These are Element Gatekeeper shocks. I don't know if they're better or worse than the originals, but I had them set up ready to go, so I just swapped them out and I preferred the gold. Yeah, so that's it really. Flex wise, super nice. There's no there at the moment there doesn't appear to be any torque twist because of the way the shocks are set up. So just putting a spring inside the shock to work in tandem with the outside spring gives you so much control. You can really stiffen up the shocks without necessarily changing ride height. You can change ride height by really winding down, but you can also stiffen up the suspension, give a little bit more resistance to it, but whilst still maintaining, you know, as you can see, very nice smooth flex. The winch is an absolute monster of a winch. It really is. This will hook onto the back once the paint is. This paint I've worked out takes a good 3 days before it's really cured well. If I can leave it for a week, then it's super hard. It takes quite a long time to go off. Although it doesn't look like it, or you need to really get your nose up to it to smell that it is still slightly venting, which it is still doing now. So I'm going on holiday for a week, so this bad boy will come with me, but I just wanted to show you the finished result. I really like it. I think it looks mean as. Peace.